Disaster Network, where we have a Christmas complex and it's very, very bad. I am convinced that my mom dropped a Christmas tree on me as a child. I went to bed one cool evening, and in between Michael Bublé's Christmas album and Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You, I decided to make a headboard. I think it's the jingle bells that kind of like manipulates me into thinking that I can do these things. I guess we're making a headboard. Let's just jingle our way into the video. Let's do it. I don't think I've done a project without measuring tape. Clamps are very important in this project. Do not attempt without. Good quality wood glue is essential. A table saw for rip and cross cuts. I don't have one, so I used a circular saw jig. A tack cloth for cleaning up your sawdust. Choose your favorite finish. I stained my headboard. Upholstery nails are the stars of the show. I chose matte black nails, but brass or white would be really cool too. Long nose pliers and a rubber mallet. Save your fingers. I used edge banding to cover the plywood edges. This is totally optional if you like them exposed. If you want to upholster the back of your headboard with fabric, use your brad nailer or heavy-duty stapler. Drills are for drilling. Let's build a headboard. I sized this headboard for a standard queen bed, but you can also use it on a double. This design uses unfinished plywood for the frame, pine for the legs, and finished birch plywood for the design face of the headboard. This is the part you're going to see. The faceboard is made up of 6 individual 21 by 21 inch squares, so let's cut those first. From the birch plywood, I made my first measurement at 21 inches wide. Plywood is usually sold in 4 feet by 8 feet sheets, so your first cut would be at 21 inches wide, cut to the length of your plywood sheet. In my case, my cross cut would be 21 inches by 48 inches, which is 1.75 by 4 feet. Use your table saw or rip cut jig to repeat the cut 3 times. This yields 3 sheets of birch plywood, each measuring 21 inches by 48 inches. You could also rip the birch faceboard to 42 inches first and then cross cut the 3 21-inch sheets. Once you've cut your 3 sheets, you want to cross-cut each sheet again at 21 inches. After all of your cuts are done, you should have 6 identical 21 by 21 inch squares. For the frame or base plywood, I assembled 2 of the squares to ensure that my rip cuts would be accurate against the frame. The total size of the frame should match perfectly with the 6 assembled faceboards. This means that the faceboard should completely cover the entire frame plywood. Mark your frame plywood guideline at 42 inches or where the edge of both assembled faceboard pieces end. Then make your rip cut along that line. Once your frame plywood is cut to size, it's time to assemble the 6 squares onto the frame. First, you should prep the wood depending on the finish that you choose. I recommend sanding the edges of each square with a fine grit sandpaper to ensure that they're smooth. I chose to stain my headboard. Birch is a softwood, so I pre-conditioned before I stained to prevent blotchiness and uneven acceptance of the stain. This is optional, but I recommend the extra effort. Be sure you're using your proper safety equipment like your masks and your gloves. I left my gloves on the counter in the store, so I had to go back and get them, but I washed my hands right after this. Next, I stained the face of each square and the edges in Minwax Early American. It's a mid-tone brown with red undertones compared to the ashier Special Walnut. I also chose to sand the frame plywood to grit it up a bit. This helps with the glue adhering even better to the wood. I wanted to ensure that once I started the glue up, I wouldn't run into any of the faceboards popping up or falling off. Better safe than sorry, right? While the faceboards were drying, I also decided to stain in between each joint on the frame plywood. Just in case the faceboards didn't fit seamlessly, the stain on the frame would act as a camouflage to the flaws. Now it's time for the glue up. Clamp each square tightly to the frame board and ensure that your edges all line up. We're almost there. Now it's time to choose the design for your faceboards. I chose an X pattern with upholstery nails. To do this, I marked an X in pencil on each square from corner to corner. Then I measured the placement for each upholstery nail an inch apart. Again, this is totally optional, but I covered the plywood edges with edge banding and I stained it the same color as the faceboards. I also stained the legs. I attached the 1x6 pine legs with 1 1/4 inch exterior drywall screws, and each leg is 5.5 feet. You just made a headboard! I took a very long nap after making this. The total dimensions are 5 1/4 feet wide by 5.5 feet tall. It's time! Cue the headboard montage. My new headboard. Good night. Ugh, good morning. I made these Euroshams with trim piping a few days ago on my Instagram. You can follow me there for fun mini tutorials too. I hope this inspired you to make yourself a new headboard. If you do, tag me in the photos. I'd love to see them. See you in the next disaster video. I hope you guys liked the video, and if you did like it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe because there's more holiday videos to come. Bye! Hi homies, happy holidays! Before you start decorating, follow me on Instagram, light up the subscribe button, and check out more videos on my channel.